Let me talk a little bit about politics, and then I want to talk a little bit about prayer, too. Governor Branstad, Lieutenant Governor Reynolds, Bishop Pace, and Jennifer, thank you for the opportunity to say a few words here. Bishop Pace, you're absolutely right. This has got to be a fight that is universal, that puts partisan politics aside. We were very close to that when I was in the House of Representatives about a dozen years ago. And we had a bill before us called the Women's Right to Know Bill. I think that many of you are familiar with the idea that a woman, and actually what we should be saying is mother, is offered the opportunity to have information if she is considering having an abortion about what it is that is part of her body and could be someday part of our world. It was beautifully conceived, the legislation was, by, I can mention their names are both retired from the legislature, by a member of the majority party, Dan Boddicker from Cedar County, and beautifully floor managed on the House floor by a member of the minority party, the diminutive but dynamic Dolores Mertz. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with Dolores Mertz, who's now retired and living in Alabama. We passed the bill. The Senate passed the bill. It was sent to the governor. It was another governor, not the current governor, and it was vetoed. But that governor said, if you just make these changes to the language of the legislation, I'll sign it. And so the following year, we did. We had the same leaders, and Representative Boddicker, Representative Mertz. We passed it again and sent it to the governor, and it was vetoed again. Your word counts for something up on Capitol Hill. Your word counts for something when we're dealing with this issue as well. So I press on, and many of us press on, and I can't let you know how important the prayers that you offer, your presence here today, what a turnout. I was up working in the Capitol doing a little bit of email work and kept looking out the window to see if this was really going to happen on the steps of the Capitol. And I saw one person, and then I saw 10, and then I saw hundreds out there. And I'm very, very credit yourself for really coming out. So we'll continue that. And it's absolutely correct that there are some disagreements, fellow pro-lifers, about how we approach this. I think anything we can do to move ahead, to find where we can actually pass meaningful legislation that will save the lives of the unborn, we ought to pursue. We can't have it all at one time. It's just not going to happen, but if we keep working, it's going to come around. So I want to end here with a prayer that maybe many of you know. Dear God, grant me the serenity to know the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. When I think of that prayer, I think of the millions of unborn children that we've talked about here today, that we prayed for, and that we continue to pray that they have a place in heaven, that they are in a serene, tranquil union with our God. But I also pray that we have the courage to know what we can change. And I believe that we can change this. Because we have the wisdom behind us. And the wisdom is in His Word. And that's what we should always consider as we move ahead. We will win this. I am absolutely confident we will win this fight. So thank you very much for the opportunity.